Hey everybody, and welcome to this conversion rate and churn rate optimization tutorial and process how-to. So I'm going to touch on 5 things today and describe the process of identifying the perfect subscriber, the ideal subscriber, understand how to understand whether your current website is attracting and converting the ideal subscriber, how to uncover any blockers in your purchasing path, and how to set up new designs, new landing pages, how to improve your website to attract that ideal subscriber. So I'm going to start at the very, very beginning. What is an ideal subscriber? So an ideal subscriber for a loose term is somebody who is in your top 20% of lifetime spend. Not all subscribers are made equal. So we're looking for somebody who's in their top 20% lifetime spend, who's currently an active subscriber, has ordered over an X number of orders. It's very different for every brand, but they are, let's say, well above average. Or if you were to graph the number of orders people place, and on a graph, if you know it's a downward sloping graph, after a while we want to see when is the lowest point of churn. You know, after 8th order, if they order for 8 orders, they pretty much don't ever churn. So every single brand has this. And then obviously they need to be an engaged email customer, so they need to be subscribed to your email. One extra touch point on the top 20% of lifetime spend. These are people who are the top 20% of your subscriber spenders. So some people have been with you for many, many years potentially, and they've been spending and they've been placing orders for years. What separates them, and who are these people? How do they hear about you? We can define all of that. All of that data can be pulled through Shopify's own customer segment, and you can create filters and create that segment. And the next thing, what you do is you take that Shopify segment of 1,000, 2,000, 200 subscribers that have been your loyal customers, and you send them a survey. It is very much a qualitative survey, or instead of a quantitative survey, so focusing more on written responses. You simply want to ask a couple of things to better understand this customer audience, so you can better improve messaging from your ads and creative to your messaging on the website, to your onboarding messaging, and your retention messaging. So all of that kind of syncs up to these to identify and convert your ideal subscriber. So what you want to do is ask them a couple of things. First of all, what aspects to your subscription do you value the most and why? This is going to give you really good conversion reasons and conversion copy that you can use on your websites. What are the biggest reasons for staying subscribed? This will give you great retention points. Do you remember the first time you saw the value of your subscription? This really helps you improve your unboxing and that first wow moment. And make sure that pretty much every new subscriber gets it. You want to ask for potential improvements. What can we do to exceed your expectations? Can you share any specific examples of how you incorporated our subscription into your daily life? These are a lot of retention and engagement points that you can promote to new subscribers to, hey, users find this and this and this really helpful if you do it with our subscription. You can ask for your customer or net promoter score as well. How likely are you to recommend it to a friend or a colleague? And this is actually going to let you identify who are, out of your top 20% of customers, who are the happiest and the most loyal ones, and maybe paying a little extra attention to what are they doing that the other cohort is not. And finally, what you want to ask is, how did you hear about us, the acquisition channel? Where did these most loyal customers who spend the most? Generally, this top 20% of customers generate about 50% of total generated revenue for your business. We see this number very often. 20% of people generate 50% of sales. So these are die-hard customers. And if you want, you can put a little feedback, like prolonged feedback request where is it okay if we reach out to you over phone or email for additional questions? So that's step number 1. You send this survey out and you see what people tell you. And then what you do is you identify these people and you create a little subscriber persona card where you can see what their retention reasons are, what their conversion reasons are, what they spend, what they like, what frustrates them. And you can align all of your top of funnel messaging and your website messaging to improve conversion and improve retention at the same time. So this is kind of your gold standard. This is what we want to communicate to these kinds of people. Then how do you figure out, well, is my website currently doing that? We do that by commissioning user testing and user sessions, where we ask people whether, silent that out, whether this messaging is actually being delivered through the website. So you commission user tests where people click through your website, record their thoughts and process through their journey. You give them a couple of tests of, hey, find a product, or look at the homepage, don't click anywhere. What does this brand do? Who is it for? What makes it different? Ask these questions and ask the users to perform, to basically the website visitors to record themselves going through these tasks. And you can talk about the product that they're looking for, and you kind of evaluate how does all of this stack up to what you want them to remember by the end of the process. So that's one piece. Another way is, how do you see if your website is a little clunky or maybe is not delivering those values or those messages very clearly? So you can use things like user testing again to uncover bottlenecks or blockers in that purchasing path and that purchasing messaging, as well as heat maps to see what are people clicking, what are people not clicking on, to understand where the frustrations come from. Another useful piece that you can do is you can put a heat map on your FAQ page to see where customers or website visitors being hung up on what questions do they really need to dig down to understand whether it's worth buying or not. And then you take all of that information, and you turn it into multiple iterative designs. Design number one, design number two, and you split test one versus the other. So, and you do that with improving design pieces. And then finally, when you split test these pieces, you can run it through, we used to do it through Google Optimize, now Convert.com and other conversion split testing tools to really understand, okay, what is driving the highest results? But it really all comes down to the first and foremost, the best question is, who is that ideal subscriber persona? So that is the process that we follow here at Good Subscription Agency for conversion rate optimization. So it's very data informed, and that is how we linchpin all of the processes going forward, is by listening to your existing customers and your top tier subscribers, and improving the process and improving conversions in websites through this flow. The fun fact is, once you start identifying and targeting your ideal customers, understanding what was their first product, what was perhaps the anchor product that they bought through, you can really start to see customer lifetime value grow. And this is exactly how we did it for Rizzy Home, where we identified who bought, why they're buying, and what are the reasons why they're staying subscribed, and we message that through the purchase journey and the top of funnel stuff and ads to make sure that we're attracting people who really care about the things that our brand cares about. In this case, Rizzy's brand cares about. So that's fundamentally the process. I hope this was helpful. And if you would like a free subscription teardown of your current website, head on over to goodsubscription.agency. We do free website reviews to help you identify your potential bottlenecks and any sort of messaging or how you can improve conversions of your subscribers. All right, I'll leave it at that for now. And yes, message me if you have any questions, or leave any questions in the comments below. Cheers.